Hey everybody, welcome to another gorgeous day with your girl Jess, and we're back with another what I eat in a day video / car vlogging rants. So this is just a day in my life kind of sort of thing. I show you guys me working out in the mornings. I wake up super early to work out. That's just my preference. I like to do fasted cardio. It's just my thing. Now I'm packing lunch. I'm packing lunch for my son first. He goes to after school care along with school. So he likes to have snacks from when he goes to after school care because he's picky and he doesn't eat everything from everybody. He is his mama's child. So I'm just packing him snacks for his day, and then you'll see me packing my lunch. I made, I think on this day, a sandwich to eat, which kind of is like my go-to. I am very boring when it comes to eating. I'll eat the same thing over and over again just because it's easy, simple, and I like it. So, and then I won't eat that meal again for like months. So yeah. My meal this week was, I think, a turkey sandwich on the thin sandwich bread or whatever, and carrots with a ranch dipping sauce, some chips, and then 2 protein bars, which I did not eat, but you'll hear about that more later when I get into the talking part. But I'm just kind of showing you guys what my plan was to take for me to eat, and then you'll also see me make my coffee. I am very particular about my coffee, and I'm trying to kick a Dunkin' Donuts habit that I currently have, and that's me going to Dunkin's every day before work to get 2 shots of espresso with 3 pumps of caramel swirl, and then pouring my protein shake over it. I'm trying to limit my sugar intake or unnecessary sugars, so I started making my coffee at home again, which has been interesting. I still haven't found that the balance yet. It's not terrible, but it's not what I'm looking for, I guess, if you have to say that. And then I got a hydro jug just so I can get my water intake in more at work, because I be slacking with drinking my water at work. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to talk a lot in this next clip. But just keep watching and you'll see. All right. out of the house, my mornings are like terrible. So basically, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've kind of encountered in my weight loss journey, or where I'm at. So, I weighed myself yesterday, and I was like 235 point something or whatever. I don't remember. But I'm going to hold off on weighing myself. I'm only going to weigh myself once a week. And I just went with the weight that I was like the day before, which was like 234.3, I think. Something along those lines. So stepping on the scale for me is triggering me. I'm in this place where I want the weight to come off now. Like now it's like, okay, I'm ready, and I want the weight to be gone now, and I know that that's not feasible. I know that that's not possible. I know that I need to be more patient with myself and give myself time or whatever. But I also realized that now I am eating differently than I was eating last year, even with Weight Watchers. To be quite honest, before I joined Weight Watchers, and I think that's part of the reason why I was so, I don't want to say stagnant, because I lost weight on Weight Watchers, don't get me wrong, but I had gotten to the point where I was like barely eating, and I would get these severe headaches, which I didn't talk about in my weight loss journey, like on my videos, but I definitely had like severe headaches, and I wasn't sure what it was from, because when you drinking your water, I was drinking like 128 ounces, or 128, that's like a gallon. I was drinking a gallon of water a day, which I don't drink now. I'm good. I'm lucky if I get like 96 ounces of water in. Some days I get like 112 or 118. It just kind of depends. It fluctuates. But speaking of, I brought my hydro jug today. I got this from GNC, y'all. And having it in the classroom definitely helps me, reminds me to take some water, drink some water throughout the day. But like right now I have a headache, and I know it's because I haven't eaten. Like, that is totally a thing for me. So I get so busy and so caught up that I forget to eat, and that's a problem that I have. And while we all talk about intermittent fasting and how well it works, yes, don't get me wrong, I lost most of my weight intermittent fasting, low carb situation, but I suffer from headaches all the time during it. So I'm at a point where I talked about this on Instagram, but it was my TED Talk, where I just kind of feel like I'm stuck, and I keep losing and gaining, but staying around this 235, 234 number. Like, I haven't been less than 234 in about a good month, and I've been like tracking for real. Like, I've been like, watching what I eat, being mindful of what I eat, working out, that sort of thing. And I'm like, what is it? At this point, I don't know what else to do. And so I went back and I looked, like I re-downloaded my FitnessPal, because that's what I was using when I was keto, or not keto. I don't want to say keto because I was never keto. When I was low carb, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, all during the time when I was losing my most amount of weight, I was only consuming anywhere from 900 to 1,300 calories a day. Currently, I consume about between 16,000 and maybe 2,000, and that's like on a high day. Like, it's never the same. Most days it's around like the good 1,800 mark. Okay. Granted, I work out. Like, now that I've kind of gotten my mojo back a little bit, I'm burning a good anywhere between 1,400 to 1,600 calories a day, especially like when I'm at work, Monday through Friday. I'm burning anywhere between 1,400 to 1,600 calories, And that's just like being active, like you're daily just walking around, whatever. Like total, like for a day, my Apple Watch is estimating me to be burning about 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. So granted, I'm working out kind of like I was working out last year, but along those lines last year, when I switched over from doing Weight Watchers just to doing calorie counting, I was looking back at that too, and I was consuming about 1,700 calories a day too. But it was just different. So I know that in order for me to sustain a weight loss that's healthy for me, and not only that, but to, I don't want to say trigger myself, but to make my relationship with food healthier, I know that I need to eat these calories. Even if the scale is not moving the way I feel like it should be moving, I know that the only way that I won't binge and overeat is to actually eat. And it's hard for me because it's hard for me because I don't get hungry. So like there are days where I'm just like, I'm not hungry, and then there are days like I'm hungry, I want to eat. And I feel like the days that I'm like overly obsessive eating is the days where my body is just like, look, listen sis, you've been making us eat the bare minimum, and we haven't gotten, we haven't, I don't know if that's my eyelash or what that is. I see something fluttering in my peripheral vision. But like, it's like, okay, we're not consuming enough calories, we're hungry, feed us. And then, I'll go right back into that mode of like not really eating. It is really a bad habit of mine to go hours upon hours upon hours upon hours without consuming food. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like, as long as I can remember, of not eating and then either barely eating anything or overcompensating eating. So I'm at a point where I'm looking at my body and I like what I see, especially when I don't have my brace on. It's just a different feeling and a different vibe seeing yourself in clothes without having like this hunchback, seeing how your curves are moving, like just seeing just your silhouette, your body shape and all that stuff. So I'm in love with the way my body is shaped right now. Granted, there are the things like, like I want my stomach to go back away like it was before, but I also remembered that when I didn't have a stomach and I had just like lost all this weight, or I was dropping all this weight, my whole body shape was just different. It's just different. And so I'm trying to figure out what is the best thing. So I downloaded so I had the Lose It app already on my phone. So I use the Lose It app primarily. That's my main weight loss food tracking system app. I love it. I love the Lose It app because when it goes into telling you about like your calories burned, your projected calories burned, your exercise calories, all these different things, it kind of gives you like the mindset of why they put your calories here, what they see that you would burn, and what is considered like an over calorie burn, whatever. Then it gives you like how many calories you would be able to burn just if your body never moves for like the rest of the day. Like little tidbits that I'm like, ooh, that intrigues me. So on the Lose It app, it tells me in order to lose 2 pounds a week, in order to lose 2 pounds a week, being lightly active, which is what I consider myself to be, which I kind of feel like maybe that is not a good fit for the category that I'm at, because it says for a teacher, lightly active. But I work in a daycare, and granted, I am a teacher, but I do not spend most of my time sitting down. Most of my time is up, moving around, moving and shaking with my kids. Like, I move a lot at work. Hence, why I burned so many calories. Even if I wasn't working out like long periods of time like I have currently started doing. But that's neither here nor there. Lose It app tells me that in order to lose 2 pounds, lightly active, and because you're not supposed to include your exercises into that, it's like your everyday lifestyle, so lightly active, I would have to consume 1,655 or 1,660 something, whatever, 16, roughly around 16, let's say 60, in order to lose 2 pounds a week, right? And then you have my fitness pal, which says I would need to consume 1,540 calories in order to lose 2 pounds a week. And then you have I Try Bites, which says I need to consume 1,572. So I'm perplexed because none of these sites have an accurate, have the same thing, and it's all up under the same goal: losing 2 pounds a week, which is considered extreme weight loss, I know. Losing 2 pounds a week, being lightly active, right? So this is another thing. So we're sitting here and we're talking. Mind you, I'm going to go into it. So I went into the mindset this morning or today that I was going to start eating, having my protein coffee, but having a breakfast with it. Not necessarily saying a ton of calories, but just eating something to put food on my stomach. And so I was like, oh, the perfect thing probably for me is to have my protein coffee and then have a protein bar with it, because I'm always on the go, whatever. And in my mind I was like, well, if I don't, because I wasn't hungry this morning, so I didn't push it to eat my protein bar. So I put it in my purse, and I was like, oh, well, if when the kids sit down to eat snack at 10, I can eat this, because I'm sipping on my coffee throughout the day. I don't drink my whole coffee at one time, if that makes sense. Sis never ate this. And I still have a protein bar that I'm supposed to eat on the way home too. So I'm going to eat this one, and I'm going to take the Quest one out. And then I'll figure something else out along the line to build it in. But that is my issue, is that I won't eat. I don't eat. And now my head hurts, and I'm starting to think it's because my body is telling me, hey, I'm hungry. We need food or substance. You've been moving around, you've been moving and grooving, but you haven't been fulfilling us, giving us substance. And so, I don't know. Built bars are hit or miss with me. So I got this from GNC, I think. We got 2 of the salsa caramel ones, and then 2 of the peanut butter brownies, just to see if I like them. I don't like this chocolate. The salsa caramel part is not terrible. It's her chocolate. I have the Rocky Road one at home, and I like the Rocky Road one, but that's hit or miss too. It's inconsistent. That's my problem with Built Bar stuff. It would be good if they were consistent, but their stuff is inconsistent. I had the first Rocky Road bar I had tasted just like Rocky Road, and it was amazing. I had a little bit of nuts in it. It was great. Then the second one I had barely had any nuts in it. Then the third one I had was just okay. The fourth one I had was good. I just want something, I want to be able to consistently go and pick it up and be this is going to be bomb every time I get it. I don't get that with Built Bar, and I don't like it. That's probably why I haven't fully made that my protein bar. I know some people rave by Built Bar, but it's okay. So I'm driving because I like to ramble. I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to take the other one out. But that's my problem. I have to figure out a way to incorporate food into my diet and into my life while I'm at work. Somebody was telling me, like, they were like, oh, you know, I see the most weight loss when I, you know, was eating, like, a meal every 2 to 3 hours. And in my mind, so I had to think back, and I'm like, okay, when I was going to work and I was working a different shift, I was going to work earlier. So I would have, like, my protein coffee and, like, maybe a banana or something on my way to work. Then, like, that would be, like, at 6:30. Let's say 6:30. By 10:30, 11 maybe at the latest, I was at lunch. So I'm looking back and I'm just like, I was eating differently. Like, I would eat lunch at 11 something. I would get off but I would try to eat closer to like 11:30 or whatever time closest to when I came back, so I wouldn't be hungry. But I would have a snack. I would eat a snack when the kids were eating a snack, like at 2 something, 3 o'clock. And then I would get off, or sometimes I wouldn't eat a snack, but I would eat a snack, or I would eat something again on my way home. That's like 3:50. So I would eat again, and then I would have this time to like eat dinner. I feel like it gave me a bit of space to kind of like burn off some things. So realistically, I am going to have to force myself to eat snack when my kids eat snack. Just pack, whether it be fruit or whatever, eat something when they're eating. But like, I feel like that still is so close to the time like I'm finishing lunch, because I come back from lunch at 2:30 and my kids are like by 3 o'clock they're eating a snack. Like, it just I don't know. I have to figure something out because I feel like I'm just not eating enough. And I feel like I'm cramming it in at night, and normally I try to have like, you know, a fasting window where I haven't eaten since 8 o'clock and I might not, you know, consume anything until like at least a 12-hour window. So if I stop eating at 8, and well, preferably I would like to stop eating at 7. That would work better for me, but because I sit in traffic for an hour and then I go home and I have to cook or I have to make something, that's just not feasible. So let's say if I enter my eating window at 8, necessarily I couldn't consume anything until 8 the next day. I have to be at work at 8:15. But I never counted my coffee as my food consumption. But I start drinking my coffee when I'm getting the kids in the car. That's like 7:20-ish, 7:30. I don't know. I gotta figure something out. So maybe what I would have to do from here on out is have dinner situated where it's done cooking by 7. So, or it's already done, I just have to heat it up. So that way I can eat and just be done eating well before 8. Even if it's 7:45, I can like finesse it a little bit. But something's gonna have to give, because these headaches is not what's up. And not consuming food and not consuming water and all these other things that happen when I'm at work is not what's up either. But I'm about to get on the highway So I finished my hydro jug for today. I made me 16 ounces of water to drink some Crystal Light flavored water. That would be the only flavored water I've had all day besides my BC AA's. I've been drinking regular water, which is pretty unheard of for me. Yeah, so dinner is 8:06, but here we are. Dinner is a whole bag of the veggie pasta, the mac and cheese. This one is 440 calories for the whole bag. And 2 turkey cheddar sausages. They are the turkey cheddar. I just said that. I'm tired, forgive me. 2 turkey cheddar sausages, 120 calories a piece, 10 grams of protein. Right now, my protein level for the day is at 118-ish. And I have consumed around 1,700 calories. Maybe be a little bit over. 1,700 calories, but I've burned most of that off. So I think like my net calorie intake was like 200 or something like that. But I'm also going to have a dessert today. So for dessert, I'm going to have this kind caramel almond and sea salt bar along with the banana. I know it's gonna put my calorie intake at me a little over 2,000 probably, but I think that's around the mindset I want to put myself at, because I still have a headache, so I know I have not eaten enough. My body is telling me that I'm not eating enough, so sorry. So my body is telling me that I'm not eating enough, so I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to eat more. Of course, it's going to push my eating window back, but it is what it is. Try again tomorrow. So the banana is like 119 grams, which was probably roughly about 100 calories. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I don't know how much I'm going to be documenting. But if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like what you see, subscribe if you want to be a part of the team, click the bell next to the red subscribe button to get notified of every time I upload a video for your viewing pleasure. I am going to eat my food. I never had these sausages, but they're pretty good. So yeah, talk to y'all later. Bye.